hey, I built a Chrome extension to take screenshots and transcribe the screenshots. Just to give some context, I've been wanting to build this for like a year now, but I was too lazy, never did it. However, since I've been feeling very unproductive, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go through my Obsidian projects I haven't touched in forever and choose one to do. So I did a mini hackathon, about 1 hour, 30 minutes. Should have probably been an hour. Built it out. It wasn't really complex, but I think it was just nice to have something that I got to do and then work on some other stuff after. The way it works, I'm not going to show it on my actual screen here, but the way it works is pretty simple. You just take a screenshot with like control down, right? And then after you take the screenshot, it sends it to Cloud API because I have some credits over there. And then the Cloud API transcribes it and gives back the text, and boom, you're done. You can copy and paste it. The reason I built this out, though, the reason I actually wanted something like this is because for the longest time I've been following coding tutorials, whether it's for lead code, whether it's for a more big coding code base or whatever. Um, and the worst part is typing out line by line, right? Sometimes I just want the code as it is. Like I don't know if verbatim works in this context. And then I know you can take a screenshot and go to ChatGPT and do all of that. But that takes really long. I just want something I can press like one button and get it done. And this extension does it. I think it's really nice. I think it's actually more interesting for me because I've been wanting to go into this whole home lab vibe for a while now, where it's like I don't build tools necessarily for other people, but more so for myself. If they can be helpful to other people, that's awesome as well. But like for myself, there's little things where it doesn't make sense to like go get a whole app um with a whole thing. Just I just want that functionality on my laptop or on my device. So I want to start building stuff like that, especially as coding becomes easier especially as coding becomes easier. It's less of a question of okay, like how complex is it? It's more just like, can I be a proper project manager for this? And the answer so far has been yes. I do think there is a trade-off with, especially with using a lot of AI coding tools, because like a lot of the time you kind of lose whatever is going on behind the scenes, right? And once you lose that, then like you get the project done. It's like, yes, I built this thing now, and I go to hackathon, I want to build something similar, and then for some reason the AI agent goes on like a tangent and just like gets lost. I can't really direct it back if I have no idea what's going on behind the scenes. So what I did to kind of address it partly is midway through successes with the project, I would stop and do a project breakdown. So okay, how does this work? How does this work? And kind of do like a whole project overview so I can understand what's going on behind the scenes, certain stuff I should know. I think what I want to do, especially for smaller projects and probably projects of the same size, is like start playing around with the code more. So like after I'm done with it, after I finish like the 1 hour mini hackathon, I go back and it's like, okay, I'm gonna play with this, kind of like build this out again by myself. Cause I do think I have a lot of free time. Oh my days, I bit my tongue, I bit my side of my mouth, and it's like it's just hurting right now. But especially as I have more time, I think it's much more fun and much more intellectually stimulating, rewarding to kind of actually just learn these stuff, like just seeing how stuff work in general. Because I do want to pick these up as experiences, but if I just have an AI that does everything, then I get very little experience, and it's not going to be helpful in the long run, right? Um, Even then, after a project, after this one, immediately after, what I worked on was I was saying, okay, do I want to go on another long project, or do I want to do something quick? I was like, you know what? I feel like for the longest time I want to go on the foundations of neural networks and stuff like that. So I went to my slides that I did in Big Think AI, and I just went through the slides, practiced some stuff. I went to ChatGPT, asked him questions, and just kept on reviewing that. I think that's what I want to do more now. Just like small projects, cover some foundations, keep on doing that because I think my foundations are very, very weak, as evidenced in an interview I did recently. So, want to improve that. But yeah, right now it's going really well. I'm happy to have gotten out of that trough of unproductivity and be back with my daily stuff. So we'll see how it goes. But besides that, I have nothing else to say. So have a great day.